accurate, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that, hey, that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going for it all. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Parks, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Second and 11. Fields now to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Play action. It's Fields. He wants it all for the end zone.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Kenedawagu now out of his end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down now. It's Carson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. This is Carson. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. On 2nd and 12, Fields. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. They'll run on 1st down. Herbert, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On play action, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Second and 10. Fields again. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Fields rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Rolling to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Parks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Not much there, only a yard. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Carson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Fields on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fields throwing again.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got the 1st down, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter, and this is a unit that's certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Hey, zero.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a home date next week against